What's up, people? My name is Wills, and you know how we do it here on the show. It is the Bro Codes, where we go into the depth of what happens to the life of men and how men reason and what exactly men are thinking of doing. But today we're not going to be joined by only a man. We're also joined by a woman, somebody special, somebody who is going to give us the perspective of the women's world, and how they feel about what men are thinking and how men are living their lives. Once again, my name is Wills, and from the right hand side today, I think I'm going to take the introduction from the right hand side. I have with me Bobby Mwokebelu. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Adewale.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah. How do you feel that I'm introducing you first?
I feel good, you know.
I think you should get into your real character right now, because you're trying to prove like a serious guy here on the show, and I'm not falling for it. Maybe the next few minutes, these guys are not going to be falling for you any longer. Because you need to be in your right character right now. Okay,
well, I feel, you know, I feel on top, you know, raise my shoulder.
You feel on top of the world. Well, on to my left, I have somebody that is special, somebody that is looking very radiant today, and is going to give us another world view, and in the name of Nacho.
Thank you. I'm blushing, but I'm dark, so you can't see the blushing sign.
Welcome to the program. How are you doing?
I'm good. I just got back from Shanghai.
Where exactly is that? Okay, let's keep it.
You know the part of Shanghai I went to, you don't really know where.
It's in Japan.
You know what you made me remember is this.
Beijing.
No, it's around Japan, very close to India.
Both of you stop.
Yeah.
I think it's in Ikorodu.
No.
Or in Obalende.
We don't do that.
Okay.
Shit,
maybe it's Chinatown you're really coming from. But really, before we dive into the conversation today, we have something very interesting to talk about. But really, I want to ask you both questions. Are you the bully or you are the bullied? Are you a bully or you are the bullied?
I'm the bully.
You are the bullied.
Yeah.
You were bullied.
Yeah.
Are you the bully or you are the surprising?
You look like a bully.
Are you the bully or you are the bullied?
I'm the bully though.
Why do I have to bully on my shows right now? I was looking forward to see who is the bully right now, because now conversation is
you're the bullied.
No, I'm the bullied. Adewale is the bully.
No, how can anybody see me and think I'm a bully?
Honestly, but that's the thing. You know, bullies don't. Really
bully don't show it. It's like I don't show it.
But you see the character, yeah.
I don't show it, but I do it. But really, just interesting how bully has just been a talk of the town, the conversation around, and it cuts across the all walks of life. It's not only for children in school. We see bully in the workplace. We see bully among friends. We see bully in the music industry. We talked about Mobad and all of that. We just want to see bully something that has to be discouraged in its entirety, and people have to work hard. So, if you could really just share one or two experiences of how you were bullied while you were.
Okay, I remember when I went to boarding school.
Oh, so this experience of people. Did you go to a boarding school?
Of course.
Oh my God!
It's mostly boarding school.
Why you both school?
And boarding school life now. All the seniors always want to. Hey, I'm a senior kind of thing, and all. And then I was very soft. I'm still soft though, but then very that kind of thing. So I go on to the bad side of a senior. After it was an only girls' school, so you'd expect that maybe girls would be nice.
That's the girls are not saying. Well, sorry to continue on this conversation that women are special. Of course, everybody's special. Women are special and all of that. But women are not so special people. They're just normal human beings that can make mistakes, that can thrive, that can do whatever a man can do. So a woman is also capable of being a bully, just like a man is capable of being a bully. Of course. People think maybe because you went to a girls only school, it's even that girls only school, they'll put your head under the locker.
Women are the worst. Check it for any living thing.
The worst.
Be it dogs, be it snakes, be that the most wicked.
Excuse me, I'd have to cut you.
Okay, let me just pull back. Really?
Even for chickens, male chickens don't chase human beings, but when the mother hen, you know,
the mother hen.
And that's it, that wicked.
No, please. You'd have to, filter your words when you're using women, please. You have a woman on the show.
Please continue with
your... Don't let us
sorry.
Please, when you're giving each other's bullet, let me stay away from it. Let me stay away from it, and the blood should not spill on me.
So like it was funny. Like it was an only girls' school. I got to the bad side of a senior, and she told me to clear the grass.
Wow.
Even if they asked 5 people to clear,
And the thing is that you could not report to anybody.
Like who do you want to report to? So some of my friends actually helped me, but we couldn't finish it. Then she was like, "You're still on this," and I knelt in the sun for hours.
Wow.
And then, like, cause I was new in the school, I wanted to look responsible. I cut my hair low cut, so the sun was
entering into your oblaga.
God, I was frustrated. I was crying. I was thinking that was the end of my life. She was like, "Oh, it seems you can't do this. There's this thing they call. I don't know if you went to a boarding school. They call
no, I didn't go to.
Where they have." I'm looking for a nicer way of pronounce sheets. Like sheets plastered everywhere.
Wait, wow.
Wash sheets.
Wow. But why did you? Oh God. Let's just move. Sorry. They're experiencing PTSD right now.
PTSD.
Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, out.
Does that confirm what I told you about women?
But Bobby, let's go through your experiences. A bully survivor.
A bully survivor.
But it made us tougher, actually.
Really? But what was your experience like?
Back then in my JS1 days in Enugu State, I won't like to mention the school, but we had this. That time when SS2 are transitioning into power, and SS3 guys don't care anymore. The SS2 boys are still having, pumping blood. They always flog us for nothing, for no reason. They just come into the hostel. They'll be like, "Oh, everybody lie down."
Wow.
Just like that, and they start flogging. And then when the person they gave us to be our hostel prefect was like, he was the most brutal out of all of them.
Wow.
And the day we were meant to, school was closing that day, so he flogged us first before our parents would come. And then, from my sweat pores, I saw blood coming out of my sweat pores.
Wow.
I wasn't injured, but blood was coming out of my sweat pores.
Did you report to anybody?
That's
That's the problem. Let me just share my story before we go ahead to the conversation today. But this is not about me, because I was very, very quiet in school. I don't want to be on the stepping toes on everybody's that could deal with me or anything. But really, when they were sharing our report cards to us that day, so I think they shared with SS3 first, and we SS1 got. They shared with SS1 first, so we got ours, and then it was SS3 time to come and collect the result. So they were giving us through the window, and then I think one of the SS1s, so they caught a glimpse of what the SS3 guy had in his grades, and it saw F. At that time, they always call it beans. They call it beans, like, "Yo, this one don't chop beans, you don't chop beans." So when they saw F, it was all like 5 F. He said, this senior don't chop beans. So
5 plates of beans.
Yeah, so you're coming. That guy was dealt with badly, mercilessly, and nobody could help him. And I was just looking at him, he was going home limping. And I'm just thinking, God, if we had a good system, this person would not be in this kind of situation. But it's just the complexity of it, that there's nobody to report to. Or even if you report, the action that they're going to take would not change.
I remember one certain time that I reported. I had to. I was like, I reported to the authority, and the woman was paranoid for me that if I did the right thing, I wouldn't have been in that situation. I'm like, oh wow. So it makes you build this stuff of, okay, let me just
build a tough skin and take it in.
The worst thing about it is that if you report, when you come back to the hostel,
it
looks like all the SS3
it just seems like
everybody
will get matter.
But
that's not the conversation for today. So that if we dwell much on this, I think it's just a conversation that's very concerning, and it's just all rounded, and we're just calling on the authorities that they should do the needful, because a lot of people are victims of this and survive. We have survivors here on the stage. Survivors, yes. We're going to the conversation of today. We're talking about being in a relationship with a baby mama or marrying a baby mama. But who is a baby mama in the first place? So I was looking it up before we started the show, and what I read was that a baby mama is somebody who has a child for somebody they're not in a committed relationship with. Have you been in a relationship with a baby daddy or a baby mama? Let me start with you.
No. I haven't.
Have you? Let's.
Actually, I have been in such relationship.
Why? You haven't been approached, or you?
No, I haven't met anyone actually yet.
Give us examples of your dating.
No, I actually haven't met anyone who had a child and wanted to date me. But
would you know? Would they tell you? That's the problem.
No, some guys are actually open about having
But is that
kids.
even a conversation you ask them, that you have a child before I go into
I think
relationship?
it's something to ask, because these days you don't know. Like you could just I remember there was this story that was trending one certain time. This babe was in love with this guy, blah blah blah. I think after about 5-6 months, because they wanted to speed up things. You know, there's this thing about guys that I've learned. When a guy really likes you, it doesn't take him 5 years to know that he can make you a wife. It takes him matter of months. Like he sees you and he just knows that, no, this person, I want to marry this person. Like, but all those other guys are wasting your time. 10 years anniversary, 11 years. Let me not just go there, because that's not what we're talking about. But like in the end, they got married, and then he brought in the kid. And it's like
Kids.
He actually had 3 kids outside.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's different. He was procreative.
But
So like it's somehow like, why not just tell the person? It's now left to the person to decide if I want to be.
I hope they were with the same mother. They were the same
like
mother.
Different mothers.
Please,
different
let's
He
go
was
to
feeling the
did you have any experience of being with a baby mama before? Or did you come close to being in the relationship?
Yes.
Because it seems
Yes,
something was in the work.
close, but no, it didn't happen.
Why didn't it happen?
Because it just didn't happen.
Why didn't it happen? You're hiding something.
No, I'm not hiding anything. It just, you know, this kind of situation where you are close to being in a relationship with someone, and then suddenly you just come on a Monday morning and the girl changes her attitude. It looks like she just realized that this guy is too small for me. You get that kind of feeling. So yeah, I came that close, but it didn't happen. But I have some of the experiences somebody that can be in that kind of relationship should have.
Wow. Well, but even before we look at the experiences the person should have, I think for everyone in a relationship, it's not so easy on your first date or your second date. You're asking, do you have a child? Can we? Because sometimes you're in a relationship, just enjoy yourself. So even if the relationship itself is not going to lead into anything concrete like a marriage or a partnership in essence. So are you saying that's a hindrance, just to enjoy yourself? Enjoy each other, let's just enjoy a moment together? Would that be a problem? Because some people have said, for instance, if you are a baby daddy or you're a baby mama, you get the child is your priority, and you're always the second thought to you, and as a man looking at somebody that she already has a child, it's very difficult to say, okay, come out 9-10 p.m. let's go out to the club, let's go I mean, go have a nice time together. That itself is going to hinder you.
I've seen somebody, this is not like a film or anything, like somebody that I know who was dating a baby daddy. The girl was actually so responsible in the sense that if he wanted to take her out at night, I don't know if that was right for the kid though, but he takes all of them out.
What would you do if a woman, if a girl came with all her children?
Like even on the first date, like he took her out actually, but he had to pick his kid from school. So yeah, he went to pick the kid and brought the kid back. So it's like they're all
if that happened to you,
like,
if that happened to you, what would you do?
I don't know. It'd be awkward at first actually, because you know how kids behave. Oh, daddy, who is this? You don't look like my mommy.
This thing is actually, it's actually something, it's very difficult.
It is.
I have a friend currently that is planning to get married to one. And there's this conflict of interest between the both of them. It got to the extent when my friend had to say, okay, pick between your son and me. Or take your son back to the village to stay with your mom. And the girl said no, she's not. Even if it means she wouldn't get married to the guy again. But the guy loved her so much that he had to adjust, he had to try his best. Okay, now, he has gone to the village to pay the bride price. And, okay, it's time for wedding. But now he can't do the wedding because there's no money. You know why? The father of the child is looking for custody of the child. And they're currently in court. Wow. Who is spending the money? Him.
Hey.
For a child he doesn't know anything about.
That's exactly where I was going to drive the conversation. So because for a baby daddy or a baby mom that is a relationship, wants to be in a relationship with somebody, what exactly is your relationship between you and the father or the mother of your child? Because that can cause rift. There's this BB Niger person. Was he? I've forgotten her name. Angel or something. I can't remember her name. That she was supposed to get married to somebody else, and Lord Lamba is the
Mercy.
Queen.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me of her name. And she was supposed to get married to somebody else, and then Lamba came out. Lamba came out to say that, oh, this is my daughter, and then they started posting pictures that that he has had since all this while, but never claimed ownership. What's it called? The parental. Guardians of the child. You never claimed anything, but immediately this person wanted to move on. That's when you came back to the person's life. So how do you navigate in that situation? You're about to move on with somebody, you see a baby daddy that you want to marry, and then the wife just suddenly comes around, I want my baby. You can't move on, you can't do anything. How do you do that? Another thing is even getting in a relationship with the child, because it becomes very difficult. As a man right now, you are in a relationship with a baby mama, and the baby mama has a daughter, and for you as a person, you're very free. You could be free with your child, you could play with them, hug them, but when the wife sees you with her daughter, you're hugging, you are doing the same thing that normal father would do with their daughter, play around. You're not wearing shirts in your house, you're in your shorts and everything, and then you're carrying the daughter, you're playing, maybe it's just 2-3-year-old child. It becomes a problem. They look at you differently, like, oh, am I sure my child is safe with my husband or so? So how do you navigate that relationship with the father, with the child, because it seems very complex for me.
It's easier when the child is small. If it's a baby, it's easier because babies don't know much. So once you carry them at first, they'll cry, and after some time they'll get used to you. When they're growing, they're getting used to you. But if it's a grown-up, it's still easier if it's the same sex. Like, for example, as a man getting married to a baby mama and
has a son,
yes, it's quite easy. Not very easy.
Because
some
guys are always protective
guys are
of their
always
mothers.
exactly. So, but it's even easier than how it will be when it's a lady. When it's a lady, you tend to see yourself, because you just tend to see yourself being close to this girl too, and you want to be close to this girl to prove to your wife to be that you know you can form a family that it's workable. Because most of the times, women sometimes they'll say, I just want to be alone, I don't want to have any other thing again. And you are trying to prove to this woman that it can work, it can work. In the process of trying to prove that, it looks like you are now going out with the daughter.
The daughter as well. That's a complex thing for you. As a woman, it just seems to me like I can't take it. That's what you're thinking.
Actually, it depends. You know me, I'm a lover of love. That's the problem. They are this lover. So actually,
you're a finished woman with love.
Actually, I'm a finished woman with love. So like, if I truly love this person, I could go all the way to make it happen. But like, it's usually very, very honestly, like, without the love, I don't think it's something that I just say.
But is love even enough? Because there's sometimes when the love itself will fade away, and you see the real thing when you get into the relationship.
That's what I'm saying. So like, if it's not like maybe I truly fell in love with this person, not that I'll just see a guy that has a child and I'm like, oh yeah, it's you that enter my eye. Because like, it's at first maybe the guy is good, maybe he's responsible, maybe he's smart, maybe he's bringing a lot of things to the table, but like, you have to understand that kids, hey God, like, you're going to go through a lot. Because you're going to have to prove yourself to the man that you can take care of his child. Because men are actually very protective of their children, especially if it's a girl. He's going to want to know that, oh, you can take care of this child more than the person who I had this child with. And okay, they're going to be like, oh, maybe does my child like you? Because I've seen situations where the man is constantly like, oh, okay, does she like you? How about this? Try this. So it's like you trying mentally to make the child to like you. You are doing everything to make the child to like you. And sometimes children are stubborn.
Children are stubborn. They will not want to.
Whatever you do. So it's really very draining and stressful, honestly.
It can be another experience that somebody has shared with me, and I wanted us to look into, was the story of somebody. She's a baby mama. She has a son for somebody that they're not in a committed relationship. It just happened, and this man married her. She had she gave birth to 2 other children for this guy, and this man is the one paying the child's school fees, feeding, I mean everything that you do for your child. This man was practically doing it. But the problem in the relationship was that the woman felt this man was using my first son. So for instance, when early in the morning the man might tell him, okay, just go out and wash the car, or maybe your other siblings are getting dressed. Okay, just go and get something, go and buy something. And the woman was like, send your other children. Now, why is it only my son that you send? Is it because it's not your son? And the man's argument was like, okay, I'm sending him because he's the oldest. These ones are younger, but he can manage things. He can do things better than the other children would do. I just think there'll be that conflict in that marriage, that when you do something, it will not be judged as though you are doing it for your child. It will still, despite that you're paying the school fees, you're feeding, you're doing everything. One thing that you do that might look certain way to the woman will feel like, okay, maybe you're just using my child, maybe you don't love him, you just love me, and that's the reason you want to be with him. So I don't think that thing is going to be forever there in the relationship. We want to take it ahead. But another thing I want us to look about is the societal and parental or family expectation. How do you convince your family? Because I know a family that would say this is a no-go area. As a man, I'm the owner of my relationship, I'm the owner of my life, and my say is my say. Can you convince your parents or your family like that? Are you saying?
I can understand where he's coming from.
The closest to who I can be able to convince is my mother. My father will tell you, so out of all the girls in the world, is that one that has a child for somebody that you know you will see. Then I'm not even talking of my father's brothers. Hey, Bobby, you say what? Then my grandmother, how will I?
Oh my God!
She's going
from
to
one
pass through
person
a
to
lot.
another.
She's going to pass through a lot. I can't even convince. That's just the truth. I can't convince. If I want that kind of relationship, it's going to take years of her being in tears, me always sweating because I'm always quarreling with everybody, you know, all those. But it's going to be.
But is it worth it? Is it worth it?
If
for your family, for the kind of family you have.
If I find myself in love with someone like that, and man, that love really has to be strong. It has to really be strong. If I find myself in love, I think love is enough, because we were talking about and we are like, love is not really enough.
I don't think love is enough. I'll disagree.
Have you seen a relationship where these people say, okay, go, this thing is just too much, we cannot handle it, but you just see them coming back together?
I think love can be the basis of the reason I say love is not enough. Love is all encompassing. It can be the basis of how the foundation of what led both of you together and what will always guide you together. But for that to work, for the relationship to strengthen over time, number one, you need commitment. Number one, you need patience. Maybe you're going to his mother's house and she says, get out of my room. You need patience. So that you don't say, this mama, I can slap you one day.
Do you also know that?
It takes a lot of things for her to be. So, okay, this is the love that is driving me, but there are a lot of pillars supporting me that's driving me going in this kind of relationship.
But those pillars are supported by the ultimate pillar of love.
Of love.
I cannot be patient if I don't have a reason to be patient. The only reason why I should be patient with this person is because I love this person. So I can take anything the mom or dad does to me because I love this person. So love is enough, but it has to really be strong.
Strong one.
Very strong.
With concrete.
Very, very strong.
With concrete and
really strong.
With them go to cement. But coming from your side, what do you think for your family right now? Is it something that it's even, can you even, is it approachable? Is it a conversation you have with them? But if you come home, wait.
Okay. Wow,
wait. If you come home with the likes of Nedu, who could already has grown-up children.
That's worse. I don't know if that's worse, because they're going to feel like,
and they just come in. I just come with 4 cars. Like dad, they collect one, mommy collect one. Your two siblings, all of you collect one.
But actually, forget.
Because I think sometimes money blocks everything. No, we should not just lie.
It depends on the family.
Yeah, it also depends on the family. Because there's a family that won't take that.
Okay.
Some families will take it. Okay, let me tell you, a typical of my family. My family will take it and be like, but Bobby, did you say, are you sure? Can't you just tell her that? Politely tell her that it's not possible,
but they are
just
collecting
leave the car. Just leave the car. Because what they
and then when they come next tomorrow, top it with 1 million, give me all your accounts. They will keep quiet. They will keep quiet.
But actually, like, I don't think coming to my dad saying, okay, I found the man, or actually he has a child. So like you mean that's your bus stop.
That's your bus stop in life.
Search for that for any other. So like all those kind of things are actually very, very tricky with families. So it's not something.
Aside families as well, can we look at the issue of culture and religion itself? For instance, in some churches they say, "Oh, we cannot wed people here if they are not virgins." Only Mary Mother. Only Mary Mother. Or some culture.
They are virgins.
Okay, but you're not supposed to lie. You're not allowed to lie. You're not supposed to lie. Ideally, you're not supposed to go there and lie that I'm not a virgin. But all those people that are getting married in church, are they virgins? Both male and female.
No, because how they want to know? Is that a test? Does the pastor go? Like,
oh my God! How did that happen?
But we should just try to get something clear, right? For churches that say they can't wed someone if they're not virgins,
they're not virgins or they have a child.
I think they should be mushroom churches. Yes, standard.
That's
churches. Yes,
that's a very bold statement.
Yes, mushroom churches. The Catholic Church, which I'm a member, or any other church I know, Anglican, all these big Protestant churches, they don't do that. Even if someone has a child or the person is even pregnant, you see them putting on their wedding gown and they get married.
But
some churches can go as far as saying, okay, if she's pregnant, because that's the only way they can prove that she's not a virgin. If she's pregnant or maybe she has had a child before, she will not wear white but will wear pink.
Why must she? Okay, I don't want to go into any religious debate right now, any cultural debate, because everybody's entitled to their own opinion about their religion and their culture. But it's why something as sacred as marriage itself, why must it be at the mercy of somebody else? If I'm in love with you and we're in a committed relationship, whether you have 2 children or 3 children, I don't care. I want to get married to you, and then I'll not have restrictions. But in the Bible itself, they said, thou shalt not kill. That is the Quran itself, they said you must not kill and all of that. So what if you've had this child and you did an abortion? That means you've killed. So they wouldn't even mind, perhaps you've done an abortion before or not. The conversation would then be that, do you have a child or not? I think all this thing is just very complex, that I would not give my relationship. Of course, I will follow all the doctrines of the God, the family, the tradition and everything, but I would not give my love, my relationship, my long, what do they call that thing? Happily ever after at the hands of other person to make the decision for me. If the church is not available to do the marriage, you can go to a field, you can go to the bar beach, go and do your wedding there. I don't like, do you think must even be at the church? Is white wedding even something that is even what's it called, sanctioned in the Christian religion or the Islamic religion? As long as you have witnesses, as long as you have a spiritual guardian that would come and bless the marriage and all of that, and both families have agreed that you should get married. Even some people, family do not agree, but they move on with the relationship. So I just think that everything comes down to you making that decision for yourself. Is this something you want to do, and the consequences of that of that decision that you want to make?
I like the word consequences because it's when you are talking of family, even if family is not aware, you can go on. If you don't, it shouldn't be in the hands of another person. It's not that easy.
I know it's not easy,
especially,
but are you doing it knowing that there are consequences to it?
Okay, especially in my culture. I'm an Igbo man.
Honestly.
If I go to take a woman and her family, especially if she's an Igbo also, don't approve of it, and then I take this woman to court, we wed in court, we have our wedding elsewhere in a field, and if number one, in Igbo tradition, you don't get married to just the person, you get married to the family. Now, if I'm not married to the family, if I'm not married to the family because I didn't get their consent, if anything should happen to that girl, God forbid the girl dies, I'm finished.
I think a lot of things we just still go back to the olden days, because I can argue against it that whatever happens to her, you're lawfully wedded. Perhaps you did a court marriage or a white wedding or whatever. The court is already aware that these people are too lawfully wedded. The court should be able to decide that whether or not this person was responsible for the person's death or so. The court should be able to. I know it's not that easy. The court should be able to decide that. But in Africa, they say, okay, before they bury her, you must take her back home and you must pay the bride price. You must do this. You must do. Some people will go as far as say that you must wed before. Yes. You must get married.
If you don't do it, if you have a son that wants to now get married legally to a fresh girl that doesn't have the problem his mom had, they will tell him your father has to go and get married first.
Very first
before you we get married.
But don't we think that this thing is all hypocrisy? If you go abroad now and you see one white girl, and you say, "Mommy, this." If I marry this person now, this person will give me a green card. Oh, I'll become a citizen. Now the mommy go tell you, my daughter, I'll be my son. Stay in that marriage, marry the person. She will not even ask if the person has 2 children or not. But even if you tell her that this person has children, but if I marry, my life will change. So are we looking at, okay, because they are higher people, they have a society where, not higher people, but their standard of living is better than ours, and we look forward to being in those countries. Don't you think it's then hypocrisy? If that can be acceptable by the family, because we've seen a lot of white people marry Nigerians, both male and female.
You find out that same parents that will tell you, yes, stay in that marriage, they'll now tell you, before the call ends, they'll tell you, but I will keep your African wife.
Actually, yes.
Because they don't believe you are married there. You will come back and marry your real wife.
This is your real wife. Who actually did something like that. He married a white man for the green card and stuff. He came back. You know, there's a time frame for this kind of marriage, so that it doesn't look like it's a fake.
Yes.
So he stayed that period, blah blah blah. Came back. I still married Nigerian Yahoo, but the Nigerian Yahoo is here. So he's switching the two.
But I'm sure the Nigerian wife would know that there's another.
She knows now. Everybody is like, it's for the money.
The Nigerian one will know. I know one that the Nigerian wife knows when the white one is coming, because it's the white one that built the house here, built the business. When she's coming, she will leave the house. And only the man will be alive. Immediately she goes back abroad, the Nigerian wife will come back.
Hi. This is complicated. Lastly, before we go into our game session today, let's talk about in the beginning you mentioned that this person came in after the marriage. The man came in with his kids. How many kids is acceptable? Is it just one? Is it just two? What if you see somebody that you're so in love with? Of course, you know that the person has one child for somebody, and then as that thing is coming into full relationship, you now realize that other child that they say is my auntie, cousin's nephew's brother, you now realize that this person is still their child. So what is the deal breaker for you? Even though you're going to go in relationship with that person, you see that one is acceptable, is two a deal breaker for you?
Even one is a deal breaker. I'm still trying to manage one. You are giving me two. I can't even manage two.
Wow.
Two is too much now.
Two is the crowd.
Were you not okay with the first one? The first one happened. The boy did not pay your bribe. You still went for
second one. But life happens. Life happens. So natural.
Actually, life happens. But yeah, to me, it's just one. I can just manage one.
You can manage one.
I really can't go past.
What if you
one?
Okay.
I mean,
I'm saying if I can manage two, but the two is from the same person.
It's not really about being from the same mother or father. It's about the number of kids.
Is it a financial aspect that is not in, or just
I mean, you have like 3 kids outside. You're supposed to have money to take care of them. I mean, no, it's not me that is going to come and use my funds to be taking care of them. Not that I can't do that, but I'm just trying to say it's like kids have every child has their different way of reasoning, different way of accommodating somebody. So this child could be receptive of you when
and
this other person is.
It's like when you come. It's a big job enough to please one.
Yes, it's draining, it's taxing. I'm trying to, oh baby girl, I brought this for you. Do you like this? Oh, let's go shopping. Let's do that to you. And then there's another child. And probably that one hates you completely.
And that one will come and poison the mind of the other one.
Yeah, when that one just sees, is like, no, we can't do this. Because kids are actually like that. Even with kids who are your nephews or nieces, you definitely find a child who will not like you and just be acting. So it's not like I'm trying to now please two of you. Please, it's draining.
It's enough.
Well, I can manage one. And that one is too much. By the grace of Jesus.
You can't even manage anything. Why are you saying two is too much? One is already
too much
for you. But let's go into the game session. So this is this or that, where you get to choose either of the two. So I'm going to pose a question to you. You tell me which of the side you will go for. So, Bobby, that thing that there wasn't drum roll. All right. Okay, for number one, if you marry a single mother or a baby mama, would you rather take in the child in your home, or you have the child go to his or her parents? You marry a baby mama, the person has a child. When you get married, are you bringing the child, your wife's child, to your home, or you say, oh yeah, Alele, go to your papa house?
To their papa house or to the parents' papa?
Whichever place you want to send them to.
They should just go somewhere.
They should just go. You don't want them. Okay.
What do you have against the children, for Christ's sake, buddy?
I don't have anything. They should just go somewhere.
Bobby's giving me a cough.
Sorry.
Bobby, you're giving me a cough right now.
Sorry, but they should just.
I don't know where to attack you from. But let's move ahead for you.
With me, yeah, I could let them in. Yeah, I'd want. I'm this
receptive,
loving. I love this family.
Until they bring you 5.
No, that's why we said 1 initially.
1.
So with that 1, yeah, of course I could manage.
The economy is tough. They should stay somewhere.
They should stay somewhere. The economy part. Because as a man, you have to pay for the child.
Yes, she's a woman. She doesn't.
She's a woman. Okay, that's something. You pamper you a lot of that.
No, not like that. But
really.
But we know what we are passing through, eh?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, really. So secondly, would you rather have a public or a private marriage proposal? When you're proposing to your private, really.
In fact, inside the room, hidden.
Wow.
Because I don't want. What if she says no outside?
Say yes. Say
no.
I've seen people embarrassed.
Some can say yes outside. Come inside and still tell
you know what interests is one guy. Maybe I thought it was a skit. He took that to on the boat ride, and then in the middle of the sea, they said, "Okay, would you marry me?" And the guy said, "No." He said, "Oh yeah, jump." Leave my boat. It was a skit, but it was just so funny.
Yeah,
but just it can be very embarrassing for me. Even to I would never do any public what's it called, proposal. But what for you? Would you? But I think women, they like the paparazzi.
Well, actually, I'm a private person. I like don't get it twisted. Of course, I'd want the roses. I'm not saying like Bobby said.
It can be glamorous. It can be glamorous.
I want that glam, but I want it privately. I don't want to have cameras everywhere. Oh yeah, there could be cameras for like keepsake for us. Not that you bring all my family, all your friends. There will be crowd, the restaurants, waiters, everybody's there shouting, "Oh, yes." Like because I get surprised easily. So like at that point, I'm even shocked.
So,
like
what if the person that you just want to?
What's happening?
You just want to and leave.
No, I just at this point, I just want something private. Make it glamorous. Make everything beautiful. Go down on your knee.
All right.
And put in the finger and tell me, will you marry me? And oh my God, baby, I've been waiting for this. Oh yes. Then we take the picture. Then I snap my hand and share it on social media. All my friends. Soon to be bride, guys.
Taken.
Then we start doing the stuff where ladies, when they are newly engaged, to start, they want to drink tea with the cup, and they're like,
yeah, exactly. Everything was out, so they want to pat their hair. They're like, okay.
This seems like,
Let's move on to the next question. Would you split bills with your partner on your first date?
No, kwa.
No, it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing for a guy because you have to. Some people will say whoever initiated the date should pay. But I don't think no. For a guy, I think it's belittling.
Yeah,
it's
for a guy,
even for the
I'll
first,
take the bill.
All the dates, if you have to pay, except she initiates the date. Okay, I want to take you out.
No,
if a guy, if your babe wants, maybe you're in a committed. Calm down. Calm down. You're in a committed.
How can I pay for all the dates? So okay, she will initiate date before they pay salary, and I will pay for where?
Okay. So when will you start paying? When will you start splitting?
No,
or maybe
she pay on the first day.
Okay.
Pay on the second day, but that time, that time of the relationship when we are now very, very used to each other, then I cannot be like, babe, there's no money in the account.
There's no money account.
So if you are taking me on this date, bills on you.
Bills on you.
Say, yeah, bills on me. I should pay.
Will the bills ever be on you?
Okay, not that I have an issue with paying. I could take my guy out. Don't get me wrong. But like paying on the first date or splitting, it's somehow. So like a guy asked me out first day, oh baby, I want to take you somewhere nice, somewhere maybe Cappadocia. I want us to go have a lovely dinner. And I'm like, okay, and I dress beautiful and I get there.
So people say my dressing itself is the payment.
We eat and we drink, we have fun, and then they bring the check, the bill, and you're like, oh babe, so I ate this part. You should pay this part.
Maybe you ask for takeaway. Maybe you ask for takeaway.
How does that work? I mean, at the first day, you should be able to impress me, like pay everything. Even ask me, oh babe, do you want something else?
Take out? Do you want to take out?
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm filled, babe. Thanks. I had a lovely evening. Not that you tell me.
But subsequently, is this something that women should?
Subsequently, I mean, I don't have an issue. I really could. My love language is spending. Do you understand? If I love a guy, definitely I could just, let's go somewhere, let's go grab something. It's something that I do on a normal, even with friends.
But you know, some
saying,
ladies will say their love language is spending, and it's not coming from their side. When it comes from their side, you receive singlets and boxers. But we have to go ahead.
I'm not like that though. Come on, please. But like,
we have to go ahead. So this one is on the more serious part. Would you go for a PhD abroad, or you take a well-paying job in Nigeria?
PhD abroad.
PhD abroad. You will study for 10 years.
No, abroad. They cannot do that to you abroad. There's no strike. You know, you do your PhD 1 year, 2 years.
Which 1 year, 2 years? I beg you, just want to jackpot. You
would get a job in Nigeria because with the money is entering my account steady. Like this, the money with the talk. Go to PhD, can't go to find.
When you say well-paying job in Nigeria, how much is the salary? 500K.
What would be a well-paying job for you
in Nigeria?
In Nigeria, what amount?
2.5 M.
Okay.
Per month.
Let's move on to the last part of this game session. For a honeymoon, I think Nacho is going to be very interested in this. For a honeymoon, would you choose the Maldives or you should go to Obudu?
Obudu what?
Maldives, huh?
Obudu what?
No, you are saying Obudu because that's where your high-paying job can get you. Know?
Sorry.
What is Obudu? Where is it?
Obudu Cattle Ranch.
No, I'm talking Maldives. We're supposed to be talking Zanzibar. We're supposed to be talking. What is Obudu? Please.
Really? There are a lot of Nigerian.
No, don't get me wrong.
Tourists.
Of course, we have a fine tourist. But if my babe is like, we get married, like, babe, where would you want us to go for a honeymoon? Obudu or Maldives? Like, Maldives. Obudu, okay?
I mean, you go there and see the cows, you be with the nature and everything.
See a different.
No, I'm talking about Obudu. I'm talking.
We've seen lots of cows. If I want to see cows, I'll just go on the street. I'll see cows.
You see cows.
Yeah. They have, especially for Abuja here.
Yeah,
just walk
they're
out.
everywhere. You
see the cow, but
like Maldives, please. Let me have a different scenery, different everything. I'm already feeling like
you're ready. Please look for the man first and get married. And let him propose before you think about the honeymoon.
Men are scarce, but have you noticed men are actually scarce in this Abuja? To find love in Abuja is very hard.
It's not
like you need to.
It's not hard. It's not hard.
Let me tell you, categories of men in Abuja. It's like you meet the ones that are living fake life. Those ones that wear senator wear. I know those ones. They have all those tiny chain. When you see a guy in Abuja that wears all these button shirts and put this tiny gold chain, wrong.
What if you meet the senator type?
You say, but guys are actually hard in Abuja. If you don't meet the one that is living fake life, you meet the one that is looking for a girl that is independent. All those guys that will chat you on WhatsApp, the first 2 lines is, so what do you do? Then let's say,
it's not what I can order for you.
Top independent woman, you now say, I'm a writer, I'm a presenter, wow, that's actually nice. I love to see women. Then you don't see the next line. The next line follows you to now be like, I love women who are hard working.
Okay.
Why is that sentence just like it's finished?
Well,
that one will never want to say
you should run from that we should run from men that have.
I know where you're going. I know
can see something there. You see those guys are always.
Nacho is talking from experience.
They always have the way they look.
No.
They're always kitted up.
I don't look like them. I don't look like them.
Swear that kind of thing. Carry all this their briefcase, laptop bag, and they're always with Mac laptop, Apple wristwatch, iPhones. They're speaking nice English.
Nacho. Your experience is comprehensive. It's very comprehensive. We guys are learning a lot from it. I will up our games next time.
So I'm no longer wearing senator.
Give me updates right now. Those are the things you need to learn for the guy code. No longer, no wearing of senator. No wearing of gold chain in Abuja. No asking of what are you doing.
Yeah. And don't say you like hardworking girls.
Just be free. So just tell them what should I order for you.
Those kind of guys, at the first instant, they want to be nice to you. They'll buy you stuff. Next thing, they're not telling, but you're working.
You're working.
Because I'm working and you don't want baby girl treatment. Hello.
Should I give you one hint about guy codes? When you not get to some extent, you not tell you, I have this important business, but I just need 500,000. That's how we cannot go into into that story.
No, wait,
We cannot go into that story today.
They found my friend, those kind of guy. She was like, oh, like the girl was actually very fine. When we saw the guy's picture, like, oh my
Those
God.
are the guys you
I was
fall
like,
for.
you have won jackpot. I was actually so in love. I was like, this guy.
Why am I releasing the guy costume?
Everything. Took her out, spent money on her. You know, like because he's into real estate.
Yeah.
He was like, oh yeah, that actually something happened, blah blah blah. He needs just a few cash from her. He's going to pay out because this is someone that actually has been cheating you, right? So of course you won't think okay,
twice.
so
And then you start calling.
Money. This girl went to collect advance from office that time. Now collected loan. Gave the girl. She was like, because she gets get like triple of money. That was told her. She gets get her triple back.
And that was the end.
Became unreachable.
Wow.
And the house now he took her
it would
to.
be.
That is when I knew how that guys are ever. The house he took her to is rented.
We are not errors. We are not.
They put frame. You know, there's this rented apartment.
Nature's experience is comprehensive, and I think Nigerians are willing to hear and hear and hear from
Abuja
you.
is not. So maybe that Obudu that we find love. But it's not Abuja. I'm sorry.
We have to end the show right now. It's been wonderful so far. We have to cut the parts. Editors, we have to cut the parts where Nacho is dishing it out to us. To women, we need to come out on top with this conversation. But that's where we draw the curtain of the conversation today. Thank you so much, Nacho and Bobby, for being a part of this conversation. Don't worry, I'll give you one baby mama. She's very.
I don't want.
She has the that you love.
Want.
she has all the features.
I don't want
she has all the
headache.
features that you would like. So let us in the conversation as you reach out to us on all our social media platforms. Is it something you would do? Would you marry a baby mama? Would you even date a baby mama? Would you be in a relationship with a baby mama? Also tell us, are you a bully or you were bullied in school? Or whatever aspect of life that you experience that. My name is Wills, and until we come your way next time from this table, I say bye for now.
Peace out.
Hi.